the Office 14 podcast, recording from CMI studio. This episode 80. This is Nas clocking in.
Yo, this Lynn clocking in.
Today, man, I got two special guests with us, man. My cousin more like my brother, and my cousin more like my brother. You know what I mean? I got him, King Saladeen. I got CMI president with us.
What up?
What up? How y'all?
What's up, man? It's a long time coming, man.
A real long time coming, man. I want to say, y'all been doing y'all thing, man. I've been watching y'all since like the first podcast.
Thank
And
you.
I was just hoping that y'all kept it going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Thank
and I
you.
seen y'all in Brooklyn. I said, oh, all right.
Yeah.
They on it. They on it. Once you get something outside of Philly and you keep going, then that's when it turned into something super beautiful. You know what I mean? So congratulations to y'all, and I'm honored to be on this joint.
Thank you, man. I'm
Thank
honored
you,
to
man.
have you, man. We
Appreciate
appreciate you. We appreciate you. I got Cuz on the pod. You know, Kev don't do no interviews.
I know. I know.
When you said it, it was like questions. I'm like, questions? What? I'm like, all right, I'm going to rock with it.
Cuz, send me the questions. I got to look at them Jones.
I see what you talking about.
But yeah, man, it's good, man. It's good to finally get y'all on, man. You know, I appreciate you welcomes here in the studio, man, as y'all can see, man. You know, it's beautiful, man.
Thank you,
This is
bro.
great artwork, man.
Thank you, man. It's so crazy. Nas, you already know. I remember when you used to walk past 55th and King Sesson with the baseball outfit on, and I ain't never know your name. I forget what I used to call you. I forget what I used to call you. You used to be like, "That's not my name." Yo, you was like 10, bro. And it's like crazy to see us all grown up and like really following our passion and doing our thing, man. It's
Yeah.
like that's beautiful, bro.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I want to tell you, man, I'm proud of you, man. You know, seeing you grow and prosper from the past to now, you know what I mean? Like to see your journey and how far you've come. Like people don't know how far you've came.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People don't know, like you said, from the crib to the crib. You know what I mean? Like you worldwide, bro. Like in China, people know you.
Yeah, that's pretty deep, man.
Bro, like you ever think of that? Like in China, people know
It's so
you.
crazy, bro, because sometimes I get caught up in my own like world, and I'm like, you know, like everybody want to get better. You know what I'm saying? And my biggest thing is like, you gotta like really appreciate your journey because you never know when it's going to go up, left, right. You know what I mean? But sometimes I get down on myself and I call Kev and I'll be like, yo, man, I need to be doing this. Like, bro, you lit, and I'm just like, all right, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But that's the part of keeping it humble too. You know what I mean? You always got to keep a level head, keep humble, and always know that you got to keep working out. Like we come from sports,
Right.
So you like just because you had a 30-40 point game don't mean the next game you can slack. You know what I mean? So I look at life like that. You know?
No, for sure,
Every
man.
day, work hard every day, man.
Cuz to see your journey, you know what I mean? Like everything, like it's beautiful, man. Like y'all too, like I definitely want to give y'all. I like to give people their flowers while they still here and let them know, like I appreciate y'all. You know, y'all motivate us. You know what I mean? Like to keep going, like to see where y'all at in life, what y'all come from at life, and y'all still going. Like that's a beautiful thing, man. I love y'all too, man, and I definitely
Love you
appreciate
back.
y'all coming on here,
Love you too,
come on my
brother.
platform, man.
I about to say, I definitely wanted to say I'm just super proud of you.
Yeah.
You already know. I'm changing everything, and we carry the same last name. So I don't have to. That's why you like do an interview. I don't have to ever be nowhere in the front. Like I live through my family, my friends, my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I be telling me every day, like you legendary, bro.
Yeah.
It's like we very humble about everything, but you legendary. Some things we never even seen before. Even doing this every walk with him, it still amazes me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, man.
It's like when I you know with the shows he have and I come to the show and I be looking at the people who come to the show like, you know, these people you see on TV. You know what I mean? Like to see the people come and you know and come pay respect to you and come out and show you support, it'd be amazing. Like to me still to this day, like I still being amazed when I come around you, you know what I mean? Like that and see the people who come around you, it'd be like, damn, like bro know people. You know what I mean? Like people come out support him like they know you.
Yeah.
Not that you know them, but they know you.
Yeah,
you know what I
that's
mean?
deep.
That's
That's
that
deep,
shit,
man.
you know what I mean? Like I said, I definitely proud of you. I always tell you, man, like I'm proud of you, y'all journey and where y'all come from to where y'all at now, man. Is a blessing in life that we still here and living it together.
Big
You know what I mean? Because we are all four of us CMI. You know what I mean? No matter what, we all CMI. You know what I mean?
Definitely,
We
bro.
all at. You know what I mean? So I definitely appreciate y'all, man. You know, I'm gonna get it started. You know, him for everybody who don't know you or people who don't know you, tell them you know who you are.
King Saladeen, artist, entrepreneur, creator from Philadelphia. Man, I say multifaceted artist, just based on, I started with just paint. Well, actually, I started selling T-shirts out the trunk. You know what I mean?
Saladeen T-shirts.
Saladeen apparel.
This Saladeen apparel. That's who that is.
All around the city. You know what I mean? The early 2000s. I just always had a love for art, and then later on in life, I got a chance to really just pursue it. You know what I'm saying? It was never nothing. I went to school. I never went to art school, nothing like that. Just from the hood. Like, we all know each other from the hood. So it's like, for me to be able to do this is like kind of crazy, man. That's why I always want to inspire people that's in the hood to literally look outside the box.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like made for us to be athletes and, rappers, entertainers. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the path for us.
That's what they want us to think.
But you got to understand, that's literally a 5-year gap of your life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you a rapper, if you last 5 years, that's amazing.
Right.
If you could make it to the pros for 5 years, that's
amazing. Right.
But it's like, bro, we got a long-ass life.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So this is one of the things that I hope kids is looking at it from outside the box, just basically like, you could do anything you want to do. You just got to really prepare yourself and be around people that's like going to push you. You know what I mean? Wherever you from.
No, that's for real though. That seeing people like do other things in life and prosper from that other than sports. You know what I mean? Like, it's so much bigger than life. It's so much bigger than sports that we need to teach people. And you showing people like, I don't know too many black artists that paint. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know that. You know what I mean? I don't know them. You know what I mean? So
I didn't either.
Yeah, you're right.
So that's why it wasn't never really something I thought about pursuing until I got older and I got outside of my element. And I'm like, damn. And I used to have a bunch of great friends. You know what I'm saying? JP the Money Bear.
Right.
Is inspired by my best friend.
Right.
Other than Kev. You know what I'm saying? That passed away from cancer. You know what I'm saying? Me and him was super tight when Kev was away.
Right.
So he didn't really get a chance to really meet JP like
right.
that. You know what I mean?
It was crazy because
super crazy.
I just really walked out of prison and I'm hearing about. I was like, bro, I'm that type of friend. I'm hearing all what my brother wanted to do, and I was like, yeah, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even if I couldn't see the dream. You
right.
know what I'm saying? That's like that's what people understand. You don't have to, and don't knock your friend dream.
Right.
People just.
When they got something going on and you don't,
bro,
right?
You just back it, man. You just whatever. Even like I said, I didn't see it. That's why it's still amazing because bro would say he's going to do it and he's going to do it. He was on the road for days and call me and be like, bro, I done did this and I done met this. You better come up here.
Right.
I got you, bro. I'm gonna be there.
You know, it still be today. He be like, bro, man, come to Mexico tomorrow. I'm like, bro, I got a job. No bullshit, dog. He ain't hit me, bro. We going to Cali tomorrow, Tuesday to Saturday.
I try to let you know a little earlier than tomorrow.
It be like, bro, it be like a Saturday. He hit me, bro, come to Cali with me on Tuesday. Like, Tuesday. You know what I mean? I always tell him like, bro. He be like, I know.
I just be wanting everybody I really fuck with and everybody I love to be able to see shit like this, like, dog. Because it's like, if you just seeing it yourself, it's even hard to bring it back and tell those stories.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, everybody I was really around at one point, I offered that opportunity. You
right.
know what I'm saying? Right. Some people stuck to Philly. Some people like, I'm cool, bro. I ain't got enough money. It's like you don't really need no money to just to be inspired.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Unless but everybody from Philly thinking about, I need to go to the club and get the table and bottles. And it's like, bro, you don't even meet people like that.
No.
You meet people in the grind.
We go away and we don't even go
Talking
out.
to Mike,
I'll tell people we don't even go out when we go away. We never go nowhere, bro. We enjoy our house. We enjoy the food, our house, our conversations, and we just keep
the people around you.
Create stuff, right?
The joint when y'all was out the joint when the like the cabin kind of joint. I missed that one. That was the one you
Sequoia National Park.
Yeah, Sequoia National Park. Yeah. I got a question for you on that one too down the line. But you told me about it. You and Kev, and I was like, man, y'all was there for like a week and a half. I was like, bro.
I had one of my top collectors. Ask me in the pandemic, like, yo, I want to do a project with you. Pick wherever you want to go in the world. And I'm like, well, I ain't want to go too far out of the country because the COVID thing was going on.
Right.
I didn't want nobody to get COVID and get stuck out in East Bubblefuck. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was like, damn. I started reading about Sequoia National Park, how they got the biggest trees in the world, and it's just like the atmosphere is amazing. So we picked that spot, and he told me everybody could come. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah. He told me everybody could come. Like, yo, tell all your boys they can come. I'm like, you serious? Yeah, tell her I got a big house in the middle of the woods, and I said, oh man, so that was amazing. That was.
No, so what's some of your early inspirations? And probably if they still the same inspiration now. Basketball?
Basketball was like my biggest inspiration, you know what I'm saying? But early on, was my biggest inspiration because that was the first thing that took me outside the neighborhood. You know what I mean? Playing AAU basketball in Vegas and Cali, Maryland, all these different places, Florida. And it was like, damn, I got to see palm trees as a young boy. You know what I mean? And it was like, okay, everything not just concrete and corner stores. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And at a young age, 14, 15, I'm just like, I started thinking a little bigger. Damn, I want a house like that kid that I played with that lives outside of the city. I went to his house, and it's like, this boy got 2 different stairways in his crib. And I'm thinking, I'm just looking at little stuff like that. Like, their kitchen is open, and you know what I mean? Because it's like you go to your friend's house, everybody's house pretty much the same, especially if you live in the same neighborhood. And that stuff is like really inspiring me.
Like
so
your house not it fucked you up growing up. Like, yo, your house not attached to another house.
No,
like
I remember I got lost in one of my friend's house in Abington. So I used to play at Abington Friends. That's where my AAU practices was. Kev used to come sometimes and whatever. And I spent the night over his crib one day. Caucasian boy. So that was like one of my first white friends, and we still friends to this day. And I got like lost in his crib. I went to the bathroom upstairs, but they had like a flight of steps that went down from the kitchen, but in the living room, it was crazy. So I was kind of like, damn, where, like, it was, it's only one set of steps.
Right, in my crib,
upstairs
right.
in the basement,
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was crazy for me to like really misplace myself in somebody's crib.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yo, I got back home and I started asking questions like, yo, why we don't have this, and like, why this and that? And it was just like nobody could really give me an answer. And it was just stuff I started just thinking about and pondering in myself, like, damn, when I grew up, I want a crib like that. I don't want the crib like I grew up in. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was basketball. So that was my earliest inspiration, was basketball. You know what I mean? And teamwork. And I bring all that stuff into my business today. You know what I mean? Like, you need a team. You know what I'm saying? You need somebody that's you need to know who playing point guard. You need to know who's going to get the rebounds and be dirty. You need a coach.
You do.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like you need an assistant coach. And that's all in business. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I would have never knew that if I didn't play sports. And I see how many people, how different people are with business that never played sports. You know what I'm saying? It's like they kind of just me. You know what I mean? And you know you can't really be like that if you really try and be a big business. Now, if you want to be a hustler, you can run around, get a couple dollars, all that.
It's only gonna go but so far.
It's only gonna go but so far. So
and it's dope. And it's dope that you said it. It's like, as an artist, you got to do the most painting, but you like, yo, I got to call Kev sometimes when I ain't right and I don't know what's going on, or I lack inspiration or something.
Because my head gotta be right. You know what I'm saying? It's like that can mess up all my creativity if my head not right. I can just be down and not want to do something or be in my feelings. You know what I mean? Just to the point where it's like, no, I don't want to go to this event. I don't want to go meet this person. And most of those times when I was feeling like that, that's when I met somebody that really like kind of changed my life.
Right.
When I went outside of my feelings and was like, you know what, I just got to do it because Kev told me to do it, or, you know what I'm saying, somebody else, you know what I mean, that's a part of my team was like, come on, Ham, like, you tripping. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. You need good people around you in anything you're doing to grow.
Yeah.
When did you know, like, yo, I can actually do it? And Kev, I mean, for you too, doing what you do, like, when did y'all literally sat back and was like, hold on, this really can work?
I told what was that Art Basel when?
Probably 15.
15. It was 15.
2015. Not even the one we had Clevelander. It was the year before. No, it might have been all Cleveland because we was kind of walking through the people still on like Winwood.
Okay. No, that was 15. That was before that. So that's when I did something with Foot Action.
That was your first one, right?
Revoking Foot Action.
That was your
my
first one. Yeah, that was 15.
I went outside walking with Oren. Me and Oren, like, we gotta go check out something. I know we go outside, we walking, and the little kid went up. And he was like, you King Saladeen. I was like, no, I ain't King Saladeen. I said, but I'm gonna get him for you real quick.
Yeah, I remember that.
Right?
I remember that.
And I was like, oh, he won. I said, he got me. He said, he got me, bro. He was like, he came up. And that's when I kind of knew. And I went back and told him, I said, bro, you're a star, bro. You're a celeb. I said, they don't know me. I said, I don't even post myself. They know me from your Instagram.
Right.
They know me from you.
Right.
I said, so he thought I was you? I said, well, no, young boy, I just liked it there. It just was like the whole feeling and knowing it was like, damn, bro, really, like, that's star. That's celebrity status.
To
like,
me,
what I mean?
right.
Like,
So for me,
Yeah.
I quit my job. I left my job in 2011.
What was you doing?
I was working. Well, I did all kinds of stuff.
Oh,
so I was
right.
doing real estate at one point in time.
Okay.
Before the 2008, the recession. So when the recession hit, that's when a lot of the banks was closing up and all kinds of different. Like, I was a loan officer, so that kind of stopped. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't get loans from the bank. It was just a whole shift in the world. So then I had to figure out and just really get a job. but I was also selling shirts and stuff like that. I always could make money off art. It was just like something that I never thought to take serious. Like it started with like T-shirts, jean jackets, like everything in the hood that people wanted to be like, yo, do my joint so I can,
Right.
you know what I mean? And around that time, that was the Mesquite era.
Right.
So the Mesquite era really inspired me as well, to the point where I seen young black boys from West Philadelphia had their own company. Everybody in the country was wearing these T-shirts. And I'm like, yo, I know I can make some T-shirts. Like, I know I can make some painted T-shirts. Didn't know how to do it. You was doing this shit on my mom's couch, getting painted.
I had a few of them.
But it was, but it was like, it was just crazy, you know what I'm saying? And I think before I quit my job, I knew I could do it, because when I was working with these kids, right? So I was working at a juvenile lockup. It was called Wordsworth, right?
Okay, yeah.
So I had like some of the baddest kids in the city, but I had got them to start doing art because, for one, it helped my day go easier. We had an activity room that nobody used, and we got a budget like every week, every 2 weeks for like $400 for these kids, and all they was doing was buying like junk food for the kids. It was just like bullshit. And I'm just like, damn, well, and I was trying to get outside too. So I'm like, I started driving the van, taking the kids to skate and taking them to the movies. And I'm like, yo, if y'all give me half of the budget, I'll go to AC Moore, I'll go to Michael's and just get like little canvases and have these kids doing something.
Right.
So once we started doing that, and I seen behavioral changes, like the kids that would fight all day, I would come in, they ain't fight no more, because you couldn't go to the art room with me if you was fighting earlier. I worked from 3 to 11. So 7 to 3 was school. When I got there, it was more like lunch, chill, then you put them to bed or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I just seen people behavioral changes, and like the whole unit was like a jail, gray, white, and
That solid color.
Yeah, and I had all these kids like working on like artwork, doing their name, where they from, West Philly, North Philly, South Philly, and all this other stuff. Yo, let me do something for my mom. I want to send my mom something. So they started getting super creative. And the people that ran the building would come through every month and just, the big wigs, and just not even say hi to the kids. They just taking notes and taking numbers down. How many kids y'all got this month? This is it. And they started looking at all the walls. And they like, yo, well, who put all this art together? And all the kids like, Mr. Raheem did it. So they talked to me, and they sat me down in a little meeting, and he was like, could you do this for every unit? It was 3 different units. Could you do this for every unit? But they ain't know I had a brain. You know what I'm saying? They ain't know I did real estate before that, and I was doing stuff. I just needed a job, so that's why I got the job. Right. Shout out to Khadijah Bowens. You know what I'm saying? Kay got me the job.
Okay, yeah.
So once I started seeing the kids like really loving it, and me doing that shit so easy, I was just like, I can probably take this to another level. And then I started talking to the people that ran the building, that owned the building, on giving me a pay raise for it, because I seen them have art. White people come in, and the kids throwing shit at them, nobody getting nothing done.
Right.
I was relatable. So it was like they respected me enough to be like, yo, I want to do this, and we respect Mr. Raheem to the point where we getting something out of it.
They can relate to you on every level.
So when they tried to give me like, they said, yeah, we can pay you overtime for it. I'm like, yo, listen, y'all would have somebody come in here 2 days a week getting $80,000, and the kids get nothing from it. You know what I mean? And they looking like, damn, well, he got a brain. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm like, I'm just here because I really need a job. I just don't want to be outside all day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And from there, I was just like, you know what? I got to take this to another level, because they not respecting my brain. They respecting my talent, but they got to respect both for me to really accomplish something. You know what I mean? So that was probably like a year before I left out the job. And I figured like, all right, I'm going to probably leave out this joint pretty soon, and art's going to be what I'm going to pursue. I'm going to just give myself a shot. And another thing, not to like rap on.
No, you good, bro.
I was young at the time. I had no kids. So one of the biggest things was we was sitting around, everybody at the job would be like, man, if I ain't had no kids, I'd be doing this, I'd be doing that. I got 3 kids, so I got to do overtimes. They was just making excuse after excuse after excuse. And I'm sitting there like 10 years younger than all these people, just like, damn, I got to give myself a shot. I got to give myself at least 2-3 years of not giving a fuck about nothing, and really kind of like figuring out what I can live off of, what's my thing, you know what I mean? And when I started thinking like that, it was kind of over, yo. It was like, it was over.
No, that for me, like seeing how big you were was when you had a release for the Air Maxes, Air Max Day.
Yeah, Bear Max Day.
Bear Max Day. I'm sorry, Bear Max Day.
2018.
Right. So it was like I seen it coming, but it was like all the people who was there. And like how many, like, oh my God, like you inspire me, like, no, I need this. Like they buying shirts, they buying this. Like, no, ain't no more of this. Like people leaving out there upset.
That was my first toy that I came up. So I just came back from China So I went to China the first time to
Yep.
create the toy JP the Money Bear, and me going to China, bro, was like, I think that was I left my job at 11, so by 18 I was already like going crazy or whatever.
Right.
But it was like so not underground, but it was like I didn't even really know how to market myself.
Right.
Because it was like I do art. I'm not a rapper. You know what I'm saying? I was going about it like a rapper because that's kind of all I knew. So I'm like stunting and trying to do all kinds of extra shit. And it was just like I had to really figure myself out. Once I created that toy, and we did the Bear Max collab.
Yep.
It was all in one event in Soho, and it was like. That's when it was. That's what I'm
saying.
Crazy.
That's when I see like how big you are. Like before then you was big, but I'm like me recognized like bro is really like damn like that shit like bro is like I said it's like it still amazes me to this day. How many people know you like who you are and what you got going on?
I took all that Philly shit, bro, and went outside
Right,
of Philly.
right.
It's like Philly people got something that's a special gift, bro. But you don't really see it when you're around all Philly people because we all kind of got it. Once you go to Florida, once you go to New York, bro, it's like
You stand out.
The people love you for you being Philly.
You stand out.
You stand out
You
crazy,
stand out.
and you done heard no's all the time.
Yeah.
So when you hear that one yes, it's kind of over. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like when I went to New York and I spent summer after summer in New York, I started meeting all the people like Wayno that hosted the show with me. You know what I'm saying? Now the world knows Wayno as Wayno.
As Wayno,
but it was
yeah.
like I met him just through some cool shit in New York, and he's just like, yo, bro, I love your shit. Da, 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 da. And it's like when I had the show, I reached out to him. Yo, you think you can narrate my show? And just this is before what was that shit? Everyday Struggle. This is
before he got on there.
QC
Yeah.
and
Yep.
all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I already had seen it like, yo, boy, major. You know what I mean? So it was like, let me reach out to him. And one thing that we don't do in Philly is we don't reach out to people. We
Yeah.
don't connect with people.
Yeah.
We like, no, I'm dick eater.
I don't want to be Joe.
I don't want to be Joe.
Yeah,
I don't want
yeah.
boy to think I'm a dick eater.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da. Dog,
Yeah.
it's not like
It's
that
not like
nowhere
that,
else
yeah.
in the country, bro. It's like,
Yeah.
if you good at something and somebody else good at something, and you be like, yo, bro,
Let's
I love
link.
what you do.
Yeah.
Let's link up.
Yeah.
And it ain't like a bullshit link up. It's like, yo, you know what I mean? It's like, it really can happen.
Yeah.
So I took like everything I learned in Philly, and then I kind of like washed a lot of the shit that I learned in Philly too when I started moving around, because it was like you can't go through life thinking you Joe.
A lot of it
appreciating
keep you
people.
boxed in.
Yeah.
A lot of our Philly like negative mental keep you boxed in. But
boxed in.
like also when you get that positive side of Philly, that Philly hustler, you
It's
go
over.
anywhere in the world and make money.
Yup.
And
Yup.
and you know, and people like you said, people gonna love you. But that negative thought that we have in Philly, like, nah, I'm dicky and man, I don't boy probably don't fuck with me. Like, boy probably love you, but y'all on the same thing because y'all feel like I don't want to be Joe.
Yup.
You know what I mean?
You
So
gotta
that
know what to watch.
Yup.
Yeah.
Or he from North.
I'm from North. Yeah, I'm from Southwest. He
I don't
from
really know
North.
nobody
Yeah.
from up north. It'd be like, nigga, it's like 76
paper
away. It's like exit 7. Like, come on, yo. So
Yeah, like we could work, man.
yeah, definitely.
Green.
Yeah, that Philly mentality keep us boxed in, man.
Definitely
It definitely do, man. Like so you have art featured on MLB, the show 2023.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
How you feel about being on a video game, bro? Like your art being showcased on a video game.
Bro, it's all this shit is a blessing, bro. I'll be thanking God, bro, because it ain't really no way I can express it because we've been working on different stuff for like so long. Like we've been working on that game situation for like maybe a year and a half. So I started working with Topps baseball cards in 2020, and that really hit. You know what I mean? And then we started dealing with different video games and all kinds of different stuff. So I mean, just the feeling behind it is like. It's just a blessing, man, because I remember praying for all this shit in my mom's basement. Like, literally, bro, like, literally, when I quit my job, like, I had, like, a lot of people might say this, but I had, like, an out-of-body experience, bro, and I started praying for everything that I wanted. Like, I needed relocation. I needed to meet the right people who understood my gift, and then I threw in there, like, God, if I can make some paper. You know what I mean? Thank you.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
right.
Just keep it at 100. And it was like, once I really prayed for that, bro, and really got my mindset on, like, no ego, because I had to sleep on a million couches, bro. I didn't have no apartments when I went to Miami and LA. It was friends that always was thorough with me. And shout out to my cousin Barry, you know what I mean? He let me sleep on his couch after I left my job. And I was like, bro, what you want? I had like, I had maybe a stack to my name, right? And I was like, yo, I'm just leaving. You know what I mean? And I asked him, I said, yo, what you need for me to stay at your apartment, whatever, for like a month, 2 months? He said, hey, just do me a painting. And I'm like, what? I said, bro, go to Michael's right now, get the biggest size canvas you want. I'm on my way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that turned into 8 months. 9 months, a year and a half, and it was just literally me in Florida, dog, meeting everybody. Like, that's how I learned about art bezel. I'm walking around in his area, and I'm telling everybody I do art. I'm on my Philly shit, bro.
Right.
I'm talking to everybody, bro. Yo, I do art. They like, all right, like, that's what's up. I'm like, I'm just letting you know what I'm saying? It was crazy. So they was like, well, you need to go down to Art Basel, Art Week. And I'm like, where that's at? So he lived in, where he lived at? He lived in Hollywood, Florida. So Hollywood, Florida is maybe 30 minutes
from Miami. Yep.
Or whatever.
Like 20, 30 minutes.
This before Ubers, this before, you know what I mean? He'd be at work all day, bro. I'm just outside talking to people and just trying to find a little green to blow and all kinds of shit. So I'm just meeting people and they just telling me what to do. So I'm catching cabs to Miami Beach, bro. It's like $80, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm going down there because I'm like, that's where it's at. Like, he lived in, if it was southwest of Miami.
Right.
Southwest Philly of Miami, that's where he lived at.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, bro, I just was on my shit, dog. I was just like, whatever, I don't care. Because in Philly, it was like I had like an ego where it was like, I'm not doing certain stuff. Like, bro, I'm not doing certain stuff. But when I went outside, ain't nobody know me in New York. In Miami. Didn't nobody know me. So I'm like, dog, I do whatever, dog. And it was just like, once I had that mindset, it was over, bro. And I just started running into different people and figuring out this and walking in galleries. Hey, I do art and this and that. And I was learning the wrong way to do things. But it was all trial and error. You know what I mean? Right. I was taking it. One thing about me, I never run away from constructive criticism.
Right.
Like if somebody say, yo, you're not doing this the right way, I'm not like, man, fuck out of here. I'm more like, damn, so how should I be doing it?
Mm-hmm.
And they was really giving me game. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm going to apply that to the next time that I go to another gallery where these people don't even exist at.
Right.
So I was just like trial and error, and just stacking little money. And shout out to my wife, that was my girl at the time. I'm talking to her, and I'm in Miami for maybe 6-7 months. She's like, yo, when you coming back?
Right.
I'm like, yo, I don't know.
Right.
Like, I don't know.
Right.
Like, keeping it 100, like, yo, I don't know. And she's like, damn, well, I'm like, you might have to come down here because I got some things going on. And then I said, yo, you might have to take out a loan for me. She's like, I ain't taking out no loan. I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to holler at you when I holler at you.
Right.
And that really lasted for a while. And then we started talking, and she was like, well, I do got to pay back some student loans. And, well, whatever I got after I pay my student loans, I'm going to give it to you.
Mm-hmm.
So
shout out to her, man.
Solid.
Shout out to Winter.
I love her to death.
She thorough, man. She thorough.
So she wound up paying $5,000 off for some student loan stuff, and she took out a loan for like 15. So I had probably like nine. I remember it was like 9,300 left.
On the nose.
She just sent it to me. She's like, you got to make sure you pay this loan back though. It was like $200 a month. I'm like, that's easy. So then that's when I really started moving around because it was like, I was running off no fumes. I was like a Ferrari with no gas. You know what I'm saying? She gave me some 93 gas, bro.
Right.
And I was gone.
Yeah.
I was
gone,
bro.
it was gone from there.
I
Yeah.
was gone.
Yeah, shout out to her, man. Shout out to her. So I was like, but when you speaking of trial and error, people always, like with the podcast business and stuff like that and things like that, I always tell Lynn, like, we teaching ourselves. Like, nobody ain't teaching me this.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
right.
Like, everything, like the setup and the cameras and all, I learned this shit on my own.
Right. And
like,
that's another reason, not to cut you off, why I wanted to be a part of it.
Right.
Because I know that I got somebody following me, looking at me, that's going to see y'all
right.
and be like, damn, but what's up with do they need this or do they?
Right.
Where they sponsor? That's why I was talking to yo, who y'all sponsor?
Right, right.
Because I know I got people that are in this field.
Right.
I don't utilize them because I'm not a.
You're not a part of it. Right, right.
But I'm like, yo, I got to do something on Bro John just because, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you my brother, so it's like.
For sure.
And that's another major, like, accomplishment. That's why I remember you saying, no, I'm gonna learn everything on
myself.
My own
Yeah.
And I said, what you can do it.
Yeah, you said it. Yeah, Kev was like, you can do. Lynn was saying the same thing. Lynn was like, because we started out in somebody's studio, and I was like, man, I sat with the engineer who broke down the episode, and I was like, what software is that? Like, what you using? He was like, oh, this and that. I go on YouTube, type it in. I hit Lynn up. Lynn, I found a free John, man. Like, I'm going to do it. Lynn was like, you want to do it? I was like, yeah. So we go back to the studio, record. We paid the engineer, but I took the audio myself, too. Brought myself a MacBook. I download the software, everything like that. I'm like, Lynn, listen to this John. They're like, oh, this John sound cool.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, we start adding some things into it. Like, see if you can add this to it. I start adding, like, intros to it and stuff like that. And it was on from there. Lynn was like, bro, fuck that. Next month, we ain't going to record there no more. I was like, all right, that's it.
And the biggest thing when you talked about a team is, like, me and Nas go back and forth like a team. So, like, sometimes I'll be wrong about some shit. No, Nas, he be like, nah, Lynn, we can do it. I'm like, nah, bro, we can't do it. He be
Yeah.
like, no, we
I
can.
see it.
Yeah.
I
Then the
see
shit
it.
go, I'm like, bro, I was wrong.
Yeah.
And that was like the biggest important thing we all talked about. Like, you call him, you
Constructive
bounce off each
criticism,
other.
bro.
Yeah.
And we do that shit like all week, all
All the time.
days.
Like when you said like the Brooklyn show, like we did that with another podcast. Shout out to those guys. They hit us up, and it was like a 3-week period of time before the date. And Lynn was like, bro, I don't know if people gonna come to Brooklyn to see us. I'm like, bro, we sold out 2 shows, man. People gonna come to see us. You know what I mean?
I
like,
want to go to Brooklyn.
Right.
Then Brooklyn
Right.
people like, yo, I
Right.
know them boys. We going like this, bro.
bro,
It's just
we
all
had people
about-
from there from Brooklyn.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it was like, so Lynn was like, man, I don't think we're gonna do it. We sold out maybe 2 to 3 days before the show.
Next joint, y'all need to be in Miami on the beach doing this shit.
I want to. I want to.
Facts.
So I was like, we sold out. And I was like, bro, I told you. Lynn was like, nah, bro. Like, I was wrong. I was like, people wanted, like, they fuck with us. And to see the people fuck with us and come out and, like, spend their hard-earned money to support me.
Yeah.
And they actually, like, see me out in the street, like, and they'll debate me about things we talked about on the podcast. I'll be like, man, it catch me off guard.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? It catch me off
yeah.
guard. But I'll be, I interact with people all the time. And, like, I love that about the people who listen to us because they'll see me out. And I don't know them from a can of paint. They'll introduce themselves, say, look, I listen to the podcast, but I don't like how you and Lynn said this. And I'm like, you know what? I feel you. Well, what you feel about it? You know what I mean? Like, we go back and forth. but-
listening though.
Yeah, and you know what I mean? Like, just like having that inspiration, like, and like I said, y'all, seeing y'all two move how y'all move, that shit inspired me to continue on and do what we do, man. You know what I mean? But what do you like? What sacrifice you feel like you made a lot of sacrifice in the past? What sacrifice you feel like I'm gonna start with Kev. What sacrifice you feel like you made to get where you are today, and what sacrifice you made? I know, but people don't know like a lot of sacrifice you made to get where you at today.
I don't know. Embracing the struggle. I say like 2018, but that's my like. Bro always say he learned a lot from me. That's when I was like I needed him the most,
Right?
Because I was transforming. One of the biggest jewels he gave me, and I tell people this all the time. He said it take 9 months to make a baby, bro. He said you're going through it right now.
Yeah.
Just relax, whatever it is. I was so used to just doing whatever I want,
Yeah, I know.
spending whatever, coming from the street, just doing whatever I want to do, and it was like really hard. Bills piling up on top. Didn't know how to take care of my family. I'm taking care of it, but it was just hard, and I'm not trying to go back to the
Right.
old life. That's why I couldn't take it.
Right.
But I didn't want to go back. I
Right.
didn't want to do this. Bro just was like, bro, and I was like, damn, bro, that's the realest jewel ever. And, us being men, it was like I ate that. And it was, next year, it just seemed like
Took off.
everything just went the right way. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
What about-
Everything went right.
Yeah. What about you, Hing? What sacrifice did you make, and you still making to this day? You feel like?
Well, back then, the sacrifice was really just like comfortability. Because being comfortable is one of the scariest things ever. But it's like we get caught up in comfortability too. You got a job, you got a girl, you got a car note, you got an apartment. You think that I gotta keep all this shit. At the end of the day, it's like, dog, that's just temporary stuff.
shit.
That's like leading up to your bigger stuff, your bigger car, your bigger house, your girl. Then you might not even think about her 5 years from now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 6
it's
months.
So it's kind of like, that was one of the things. It was like comfortability, leaving Philly. That was really scary for me. You know what I mean? Well, now,
Gotta think about it.
sacrifice. I don't know, man. I sacrifice every day. It's just really just like certain things not to do. You know what I'm saying? You get a big check. It's like, damn, in my head, I want to do this. I want to do this, or should I do this? But then it's a sacrifice where it's like, you know what? No, let me reinvest. Let me reinvest into my business. Let me, get an assistant.
Right.
Let me start a payroll for these people who've been around that's with me every day doing this, doing that, and I can ask them, yo, drive the East Jablit for me and take my art. And it's just like little stuff like that where it's just like grow your business instead of go get a watch.
And you're doing it with friends. And you're doing it with friends.
And I'm doing it with friends. You know what
Family.
I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
And it's
Family.
like-
You know what
and
I
just
mean?
to speak on Kev taught me how to save money. I remember being in my mom's basement, and I used to have all clothes. I used to have a bunch of clothes, all kinds of cool shit. If I'm outside, you think I'm super up. You think I got a couple
You was
birds,
you was the first nigga I seen back in the day with polo boots.
Who?
You.
He
always had that
light.
shit.
He
That's
always
what,
had
bro.
the
That's what I'm
light.
saying, bro. This was years.
Oh,
I'm talking about
I used to come
years.
get the light from me when
bro.
I
I'm
was
talking about.
young.
I was maybe 10.
Yeah,
I was 10, maybe 9 or 10, bro. You was the first nigga I seen with like a polo bomber and polo boots. I was like, damn, I got polo shirt and bomber and stuff, but damn, I ain't never seen polo boots. You know what I mean? I said, damn, them Jones all that. I ain't never seen no polo boots, bro. Yeah.
So that was a sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Just stop doing what I wanted to do, but I knew I had to get out of my mom crib. You feel me? And it was like, Kev will come through all the time. New wheel. He come through with 2 wheels, Dickie suit on. I'm like, damn, I want to do what he doing. But I knew whatever he was doing, it wasn't me because I would have been doing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It would have been just my life.
Right.
So it was just like, he was like, hey, you got to like really stop just buying dumb shit. And I'm like,
Sound like Len be telling me.
I said, I do buy dumb shit. I just, if I got a quick $250, I'm definitely going to South Street. I'm buying some sneaks and probably a little Nike sweatsuit. It's just stupid. I would just burn through money. He's like, him, just tuck that money away somewhere. You get to a stack, then you put it somewhere else. Then you get to another stack. I bought my first car from Kev. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I always seen Kev having more than me. But it was never a situation where it's like, well, there's a couple times where I'm like, damn, I want to do what you doing, kind of. He was just like, chill.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I went to him with it because I felt comfortable enough to be that vulnerable to the point where it was like, yo, I'm fucked up, bro, and I kind of want to do something else. And he was the person that was like, nah, you don't want to do this.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, how you know I don't want to do this? And he like, because I know you, bro.
Right, I know you, right.
This ain't about, you ain't about this shit. So that was a blessing for me. And I don't know, bro. It's too many stories, dog.
I know. I ain't want to get deep into it, but I just like there's maybe people who listen to me who don't know who y'all are. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I know they don't know Kev. That people who know me know Kev. You know what I mean? But they don't know who y'all really are. You know what I mean? They don't know. Y'all, like you know what I mean? That's basically like it. You ain't
like our lives kind of work, bro. Like he came from like that's why I was like, bro. Life came from. It was good to me. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I come from a loving mother and family, but we didn't have. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, bro had, and he didn't have no problem with us. So I said, if my lay wasn't right, that's how I knew he was a friend. It was like, no, bro, I got these extra trunks right there, throw this on, and that's bro. He won his man looking just like him, stepping in the building. Right. So it was like, as I got older, I sacrificed. I had to take care of my family, you know what I'm saying? So even at 19, me and my mom, we buying our first crib together, you know? But I bought my house with my mother, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, man, I had to know how to save, you know what I'm saying? Saving was like everything. It's like you can't run around looking like you got a bunch of money and then really can't really.
You have it. that was.
I'm paying lawyer fees at 18, 19. I'm belling out at 10, whatever.
Yeah.
So it just was different.
That was definitely a lesson I learned from you and V. Is like, man, like, nigga, don't look like you have money. Like, have money. You know what I mean? Like, no, we gonna really have some money. Like, take care of your family. You know what I mean? Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
We had that. I really wanted to take care of my family. I didn't want to ever choose that life. You know, I don't even like to seem like you glorify it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because I never wanted to choose that life. I just wanted to take care of my family.
Yeah, that was
that's
it.
all I knew.
So you made those sacrifices in order to take care of your family, but to see where you are now, like how you know what you're doing now with your life and how you inspiring people. You know what I mean? Like like y'all inspiring a lot of people. You know what I mean? To do what you
come from this art though.
All art. All art.
From art, man.
That's it. You know what I mean? So what made you start CMI?
All right, so the reason why I started CMI, shout out to DJ Clark Kent, right? So I'm in New York, and I'm running around, and he the first person that I met, you know, because my management at the time was PCNY. So two amazing Jewish brothers, Wayne and Oren.
Shout out to Wayne and Oren. Shout out to them.
Definitely.
Shout out to them, man.
This is around the time when I got my first Jordan deal, right? It was like 2014, 15, and I had got a nice amount of money. So the money, you know, when you do a deal, it's like, okay, where's the money getting wired? And I ain't know nothing about that. I was more like cash. So when they started saying the money's getting wired to what company and things like that, so they like, all right, just wire it to us, PCNY or whatever, right? I'm cool with that. I trusted them. They gave me my money. It was cool. So 3rd, 4th, 5 wire down, I meet DJ Clark Kent, and he pulled me to the side like, so if I was to pay you, right, who would get the money? I'm like, you know, just send it to Oren to break it off to me. He said, all right, but what if I pay you and Oren get in a car accident or Oren get hurt, how you gonna get your money?
Right.
And I'm like, damn, I ain't never think about that. So he like, bro, you gotta start your own company and you gotta pay them. You get the money in, then you pay them. You pay everybody, but you are the talent, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And I started thinking about it. I said, damn, if I had a business, what would I want to call it? And I'm just like, I was writing CMI down and stuff like that in my books. I was writing it like after my name, King Saladeen, CMI, Create, Motivate, Inspire. I'm like, damn, Create, Motivate, Inspire. So I got my wife to do all the paperwork. Did all the paperwork together, whatever. And it started as a business to where when I got paid, it would come through my LLC.
Gotcha.
And then I can spread the money out how it's supposed to be spread out. So that was the first initial joint was like, own what you're doing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then from there, it was like, damn, how can I have Kev involved? You know what I mean? Because I'm like, Kev don't paint.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how can I have Kev involved where it's a part of the business and he can grow and do something from that, like a tree branch type thing. So I was like, damn, I want to start, and this is from PCNY as well.
Right.
They feed the homeless. They doing all kinds of crazy shit, right? For the homeless, book bag drives. They the ones that support us with the book bag drives, with the turkey drives, all that stuff.
Everything, yeah.
So I was seeing all this shit, and I'm like, damn, I want to do this back at Myers. I want to do this in the hood. So I'm like, okay, so let's try to start a foundation. Kev was already hooked up with the people that can actually, and that's why it's CMI 215.
Right.
So the a lot of people are like, oh, so what's CMI and the CMI 215? So CMI 215 is our nonprofit foundation.
Right.
Create, Motivate, Inspire is the business where I get paid and when I can, it's like a legit business.
Right.
So that was the foundation side was like wanting to give back. Me seeing these amazing, successful dudes driving Ferraris, driving Lambos and all this shit, right? But then a day later going to go feed the homeless and chilling with homeless people. And I'm like, yo, I've never seen nothing like this in my life. So I'm like, it just came from the inspiration of them doing it. And I was like, yo, I know we could do this. And like, we from where everybody needs this shit for real.
Right.
So I'm like, yo, this is what we got to do.
Yeah.
So then I said, yo, Kev, President, CMI President.
Right.
Yo, Kev, you run this while I'm doing all this other things to highlight what we doing. You set up the stuff in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's how I went. And now, Nas, you a part of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Lynn a part of it. Yeah,
we give backs and food drives, and also you. It's just crazy, man. It's just that's pretty much how it started. I just wanted to make sure I didn't get fucked on getting paid,
right,
and get a business just being legitimate.
Right. That's like when Kev came to me, he was like, cuz I feel like you'll be the right one for CMI 215 for the nonprofit. Mm-hmm. And I was like, me? Yeah, CMI president of CMI 215. And I was like, me, cuz? He was like, yeah. He was like, just think about it. Just think about your story. You know what I mean? And what you used to do and where you at now in life. Like so many young boys, you was those young boys.
You definitely was.
Yeah, you were those young boys.
I came home. I was going in. It was like, damn, little cousins out there.
It's so crazy. Not to cut you off, right? I remember you with the baseball outfit walking back and forth. Mm-hmm. And then me and Kev just growing up. And then I'm like, yo, what's up with your cousin? He's like, yo, he booked. I'm like, he booked?
Yeah.
Right. For what? Yeah. He's like, dog, some crazy. I don't even know if he coming home. I said, the young boy that was walking with the baseball outfit. Yeah. So that's how I seen it. Was like, damn, in the hood, we only kids for like 10 years, bro.
Yeah. Right.
Like 10 years, 10 good years, we kids. And then from there, it's like, we got to think and fend for ourselves and try to find ways to get money. And our influence is all fucked up. Mm-hmm. And it's like, when I seen that happen to you, bro, and I was like, damn, because that kind of hurt me because I'm like, we wasn't super tight, but that was my connection with Kev as well in Southwest because he was in South Philly at the time.
Right.
So I'm like, damn, I see your little cousin every day going up to the park. So it was just like, that's another shout out to you for changing, you know what I mean? Changing the trajectory
of everything
of your whole life, bro.
Yeah. So when he came to me, I was like, damn, like I'll do it. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I could tell my story. I could relate to a lot of young boys and what they going through and what they doing now. So I was like, man, like to see how CMI have grown and CMI 215 where we've grown at and where we at now, and the things we have going forward. What we want to do is like, man, like I pray to God I let this out. You know what I mean? I let us see this. You know what I mean? Because it's like so many. We could show the world how black men from the hood changed our lives and we giving back. You know what I mean? That's the main thing is we give back.
PCNY though, that was like when I seen that, that's how I knew when I could come back and orchestrate it. Like seeing them And I talked to Wayne a few times, like, all right, I got this. How you gotta orchestrate it back home? And we would always pull up and maybe give out some pieces, but it ain't like said. It wasn't. They think it's amazing PCNY thing. It was like that's when I said, damn, it gotta be done like this.
PCNY was the blueprint, bro. They was literally the
bro.
blueprint
For everything, though. You know what I mean? Major shout outs to them.
Yeah.
Even people, like, I always tell you, bro, seeing it. You know what I mean? You had to see this life, like, damn. This how you could live?
Yeah. You don't know.
So you had a drop, like a collab with Bleecker Trading
Yeah, that was about a week ago.
a week ago.
Yeah.
How that turned out, man?
That was amazing, man. So, we had a crazy idea, right? When we started doing all this baseball stuff in like 2020, we sold over 250,000 baseball cards with Topps. So we was the first people to go to Topps and say, yo, because I had my IP. So I own the IP of JP the Money Bear.
Right.
So I can license this thing out.
However you
know
want
what
to
I'm
do
saying?
it.
So I went to him and I was like, yo, I want to start my own companion card. I want to drop these along with the cards I'm already dropping because I think my crowd will buy these cards too. So now everybody doing companion cards that work with Topps. You know what I'm saying? But we came up with the idea of just really starting this thing off. So that's where it started. So Bleeker's Trading has always been a part of what we was doing. We was working with Deshaun Watson, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We released football cards. I just did basketball card, a basketball card with Slam for the NBA 75th anniversary with AI. So it was inspired by how AI inspired me as a young boy. And they asked me that, and I'm like, oh, man, I can go forever.
Right.
Like, this dude was like one of us. But
He was one of
you know
us,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
He wasn't 7 feet tall.
Right.
He was, you know what I mean? He was at Fridays. You see the ball in his yo, that was the first Rolls Royce I've ever seen in my life.
Right. For sure.
Like, damn, and
The money green John.
and he's like around us, and he'll say what's up
To you, yeah.
Come on, man, that changed my life. That
Yeah.
literally changed my outlook on superstars, how you supposed to be, because it was only like, you know, Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan, they was so clean cut, suits on it, and I'm like, that ain't really me, you know what I mean? But when I seen AI, so when I got the opportunity to work with those cards, that was amazing. So back to Bleecker Trading, we just did a release. I was always in love with bobbleheads when I was a kid too. You know what I mean? I had Barry Sanders bobblehead. I had Michael Jordan bobbleheads. And I'm like, yo, I need to drop a bobblehead. So we talked to the people. They got, you know, make a long story short, we created some bobbleheads. The first one sold out. We released it with a card. That sold out. And being a part of the MLB The Show, the game came out. And also last week it was MLB All-Star Week.
Yeah.
So it all just fell in
All
line.
fell in line,
So I
okay.
dropped another card and I released the other bobbleheads, and I did it with Bleecker Trading just because I didn't want to just do it online, because now like with Instagram and algorithms and all that type stuff, you might post something and I follow you and I don't see it till next week.
Right.
So with selling product, that's like a bad thing. You know what I mean? You want people to see what you got going on the week before everything. So it was amazing, bro. We sold out.
I seen that. Cool. I wasn't able to make. I think that's the only one I think I missed of your like drops you ever like came out. You had the the event. I missed that one, but I was definitely mad I missed that one.
It was cool, man. It was cool.
Yeah, that was the shout out to you, man. Definitely you doing your thing, bro.
Shout out to Bleecker Trading.
Shout out to Bleecker Trading. You have any like you want to touch on like? I know you're trying to do a solo show. I know you don't have a date for it yet, or you trying to come out. You trying to do a solo show.
Yeah. So I had the option to do a few states, and I'm like, yo, I gotta go back to Philly, man, because I've seen so many people catch the train, drive 3 hours, 4 hours, catch a flight to L.A., Miami, and I appreciate that shit. You know what I mean? So I'm like, you know what? Philly need that inspiration anyway, especially like what's going on in the city right now. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Kids killing kids. We can keep going on, whatever, but. I was just like, damn, I want to just inspire Philly, not just like a book bag drive or a turkey drive when it's like Thanksgiving, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. I want to have my show here. I want to have a whole production here, you know what I mean? So we partnered with the people from that own the Met, that own the Divine Lorraine building, so the whole North Broad. So we got a space, but the thing that pushed it back, needed to push it back, I need to get more sponsors. I want to get more people involved. I got to raise a lot of money to have my ideas really come to life in Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking I might push it back to 2023. Okay. But everything I've done this whole year was Philly. I've been in Philly literally the whole year, just basically like working on my art for the show, give backs. We had CMI Day, which was amazing.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
That was crazy.
Kids, oh man, it was, I can keep going on and on.
Got honored by we got honored by the city of Philadelphia.
That was pretty deep.
That was dope.
Never got a plaque.
Never got a plaque, right?
that felt crazy. What's his name? Shaka Johnson, right?
Shaka, yeah, yep. Kenyatta Johnson.
Kenyatta Johnson. You know what I'm saying? I met him actually, and person I followed for a while.
Senator Anthony Williams.
Yeah, and shout out to Mont Brown.
Mont Brown
came out,
Mont Brown.
Gave out like 250 pair of sneakers. That was really dope, man.
Yeah.
It was the first time like it wasn't just us. You feel me? It was like a collective of Philly did something for the kids, and it was like an amazing day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was dope. That was super dope.
You feel like you get credit, you deserve representing Philly, like like the Wallow, the Meek, and all them.
Because
you're not a rap.
Shout out to Meek, Wallow, Gilly, everybody that's like doing their thing in Philly. I just think that it's a different outlook. That's more entertainment, which I was saying before.
Mm-hmm.
Entertainment, rap, entertainment, things like that. Things that we're like most known for. So, of course, it would be more people know Meek than me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
More people know Wally and Gillo than me. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I don't ever think about it like that.
You do a lot. A lot of people don't know that. That you do a lot for the city, like representing the city.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Definitely
Like
put Philly on my back.
Because
I was in China, bro. I'm telling people about Philly. They're like what?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, dog. I am Philly, and one of the biggest things I never really want to get caught up in is like, who gonna give me props or who know? Because you don't know who know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Unless it's like you take a poll on social media, like, yo, who know? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's nutty.
And the goal is to not even worry about who know, because we just working hard. You feel me? We ain't never really worry about who doing this, who doing that, because that's how you gonna lose focus of what you doing.
Right.
You know what I mean, and doing him.
And it's really like, I just want to I want to really leave a legacy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because like all the hype shit is here now, going tomorrow. It's really like I just want to touch somebody, you know what I'm saying? I feel as though I've done it, you know what I'm saying? It's through my friends.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just like, it's more out here. It's more out here. We can do whatever the fuck we want to do, bro. We can do anything we dream of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was gonna ask you, like, what's the end, like your goal, like your end all goal? Like, what would be your end all?
And it don't have, it never ends. But what do you see, like?
I don't know, bro. It's so crazy. Because when I think about now, I think about like all the different things I've done. I've never thought that I would do this, so I got to really like sit down one day and just really write it down and think about like what my main goal would be. But the main goal is to really just be like known for way more than art. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude was super talented, but he was a good dude.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He gave back. He made sure that his friends got to see everything that he seen if they were able or wanted to go.
Right.
I
can vouch for that. Like I said, I can vouch for it. I always get a text or a call from him and kept like, man, just come. I'm like, bro, I can't do it. I can't just pick up. You know what I mean? I wish I could, but like I got work. I got work Sunday night. You know what I mean?
I feel you, bro.
You know what I mean? So you be like, no, you be like, bro, just take off, just come. I'm like, I'll be wanting to. You know what I mean? But, Kev, what advice do you have for like these young boys coming up, man? That's watching y'all and inspired by y'all. That's not rappers or ball players. What advice do you have for
And they look like y'all. That's the biggest thing that I be trying to tell them. Like, they look like us.
Walk like us. Their moms look like
right,
our
they dressing
Yeah.
like us. Because like you said, you work with the kids, you look like us. I do the same thing.
Okay,
So they look at me
You
different
like
than they
big
would look
bro.
for.
You like big bro.
Yeah.
Right.
But you only got like an hour with them. You only with them for 2 hours or like an 8-hour shift.
Yeah,
But when they
yeah.
leave, I'm back to the bullshit.
Yeah.
I say, to me, I'm just don't go for that instant gratification. You know what I mean? Like, don't be all fast. It's cool to enjoy the struggle. Like, you gotta enjoy some type of struggle to get to any level in life, and you gotta work hard at it. Do it every day. That's why I said, like, bro, I seen him do this. People could say whatever. No, I literally seen him sitting here every day, or I seen him traveling every day. That was his job. What I did it every day. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like whatever you're doing, do it every day. You feel me?
to get better at? Try to get better at it.
every day, and don't be negative, man. Don't be a negative person. People bring your dream, they bring their dreams or whatever idea. Learn how to. One of the biggest Jones is stop coming to the table. I don't know, trying to Like
Be the-
take food from. See what you can bring to
Right.
make this table look even beautiful.
Right.
If I got the turkey, my man got the greens, they got the yams.
Yeah.
What you bringing to make this table
Right.
better?
Right.
You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's like one of the biggest goals, man.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
What about you, Heen?
Piggyback off Kev is just really like just try to home in on what you love to do. You know what I mean? In the hood, it'd be hard for us to figure out what we love to do because we always try and be like somebody else that got a little bit more than us. You know what I'm saying? So it's like once I stopped like caring about the ego shit and really just like how people looked at me, it was like that's when I found myself a little bit. You know what I mean? Because when I was just trying to like, damn it, if I do this shit, then she gonna think I'm a nut,
Right.
or he gonna think I'm a pussy, or it was too much of that. You
Right.
feel me? So it was like once I kind of got outside of my space and just was like, you know what, I'm sleeping on my man couch out here. But now it's a thing called Instagram, and I can post a palm tree and this and that, and people think I'm rich.
Right.
But I'm
Right.
sleeping on somebody's couch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it was really just like me, just like. Well, back to what I'm saying. What I would tell to the kids is like, just figure out what you want to do, man, and just like it's okay to pray. It's okay to talk to God, because most people ain't really gonna like salute you on much until you get lit. You feel what I'm saying?
For
so
sure.
In that
For
dark
sure, for
area
sure.
where you trying to figure it out and you messing up and you don't know you don't have no money and you
Right.
you know what I mean? It's like
You don't think nobody noticed what you're doing, you know what I mean, or see how far you've come. Like people see you, you know what I mean?
I think it's the best thing is to find God. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Find your God. You know
Right?
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Allah,
God,
whoever
yeah,
that you pray
whoever
to.
you pray to, yeah.
And it's like I think once you get that kind of relationship with God, you start feeling a little different, and you start believing you can do shit. You know what I mean?
Sincere heart.
And,
Yeah.
and that's the biggest thing, yo.
Len-
I think.
Len, what's your advice to the kids coming up? Because you work with kids.
Be yourself. Like it's hard to like be yourself.
It is.
Like you always want, like you said, like you always want to be like somebody else. You dick eating, you following. Like honestly, just be yourself. Like nobody designed like you.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
people gotta not be people gotta let you be yourself, and if they not, don't
They-
worry about it. That's like the biggest thing. I never seen so many like emotional
People?
beings in my
Yeah.
life, man.
Yeah,
Like real emotional, man.
Mine would be, man, just like piggybacking off y'all's. Find who you are, and you can't, because you've seen somebody make $1 million doing that, you can't do that. You got to find what you want, what you're good at, and what you love to do as a whole from your heart. Like you enjoy doing it outside of the money thing. You know what I mean? We all want money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you got to find something like you like to do and figure it out, man, and stick with it. Like you said, stick with it. Go through it every day, man. Trust me. Like I tell people all the time, starting this podcast up, I ain't think people would want to listen to us, want to hear what we got to say. But it's always inspiring to me to see people like, damn, like, Nas, you got a podcast. Like, you know what I mean? Like, damn, like, you know what I mean? Like, I talk about different things. I don't talk about everything I've been through or what I've done in life, but I can, but I don't. Like, I give real advice from everyday life of dating, of being a father, and relationships and everything. You know what I mean? We talk about everything on here, but I found what I love. I love what I love to do.
Yeah.
I don't make money off this. You know what I mean?
Not yet.
I mean, if I do, if I don't, I still get on this mic every week and talk about my life and things people want to hear.
It does.
You know what I
And
mean?
you already know. Like I wasn't making money off art. This is
Right.
the only thing that I did that I didn't think about money.
I didn't think
And
about
then
it.
turned into money.
Right.
I
Right.
had every job there was, bro. I tried to do almost everything for money. But then it was like I would come home and do art. I would come home and draw. I would come home and paint. I would come home and it's like I never thought about, maybe I can turn this into something until until I tried everything. And it was like, damn, this don't work, this don't work, this don't work.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like it was amazing.
Yeah, that's my thing about it, man. It's find what you do. Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. You in, Kev? If you had the opportunity to show somebody a movie or a show that encompasses everything you believe, your values, your morals,
Damn, a movie.
or show, what would it be?
Me, I'm gonna say the show that really like got me thinking was How to Make It in America, and damn, what was the Entourage.
Okay.
Entourage, damn.
They actually two real good ones.
Entourage, that was the joint where I was watching that and I was like trying to figure my life out, and I was like, I would love to be able to do my journey with my friends,
Yeah.
or at least two good friends, or one good friend, or just like that whole show was like from season to season, bro, I was on it. I was on it. And JP put me on that show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was just like, yo, I'm telling you, you can do this shit. Da, da, da. And I'm just like, oh, wow. So that's my shows. The movie, I think, would be like maybe A Bronx Tale.
That's a good one.
Because he was a
That's
big.
crazy.
It's crazy because that was my movie.
That was my, right. Mine was definitely a Bronx
That's
Tale.
my movie.
Yeah.
It's either that or probably like Goodfellas, like just the
Goodfellas,
messages in Goodfellas,
Yep.
like, you know.
Yeah.
The message in that and
And Godfather.
I
Godfather.
never
Yeah.
watched The Godfather.
You know, you got to
have
watch
to.
it.
You
1 and
have
2 is
to.
my favorite
Said
one.
never cross the family. It's just all about
Family.
bro. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And
Yeah.
I love Sonny. I loved how he schooled the kid.
I got you. I got to watch
I
that.
loved him.
Yeah, the
kept him
Bronx,
out of
yeah.
dangerous, what you supposed to do. You know what I mean? You don't want people to even have the life of, I don't know, going to jail or dying every day. Because
Yeah.
that's the life of selling drugs. Really, the hard way. I don't know how much, people, how hard they say they was going at it. But I know how hard I was going at it. I'm going to die or I'm going to jail forever. And that was one thing he said, too. He said, I'm in the halfway house. I got my last 3 months. This when I finally start coming home. Calling home. I never called, bro, a whole 5 years. My last 3 months, he like, yeah, bro, I don't care what type of car you have, a Lambo or not, it ain't gonna be cool if you go back to jail.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
For
That
sure.
is the part of when he was like, is it best to be feared or loved? You know, like
Oh,
people,
yeah.
like,
Fear to
they
love,
fear
yeah.
me. They don't love me.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, I can't even. Mine was
Yeah,
a
probably
Bronx
a Bronx
Tale.
tale.
Yeah, mine would
Bronx
definitely be a
Tale.
Bronx Tale. But I love Martin as a show, not because it was funny, because Martin, his friends, he always valued his friends, even though he bullshit and joked on him and shit like that.
Yeah.
His friends is who he turned to, no matter how stupid Cole was.
Yeah.
Tommy was always the smart one, but he would always take Cole advice. You real shit. When you think about it, like think about the whole shit. Like him and Cole would come up with the stupidest idea. And Martin be like, you know what? You're right, Cole.
Rent a spoon.
Rent a spoons. But no, real shit. You know what I mean? Like that show, like as a whole, like not just because it's funny, it's because it's real value in it. Martin
Yeah.
never cheated on his girl.
Damn sure did.
Martin, you know what I mean? He was a hard working man, and then it was like, damn, like when he couldn't figure it out because they fired him from the radio show, he couldn't figure it out. Like he went away to go find himself. He was like, man, that shit ain't me either. Like, there's a chick who you supposed to be celibate. You trying to give me some.
Right.
I got to get up out. I got to go back home, and he figured it out for his girl. You know what I mean? So to me, Martin is always like, outside of it being funny, that's a show I always like. Damn, like I fuck with Martin.
Yeah.
And he put people on.
Yeah.
As a whole, like the show, he put all black entertainers and everything on.
He had Biggie on the joint. Everybody.
Good times.
Yeah,
good
Biggie,
times.
Snoop.
Yeah, good times. Yeah,
Shit.
yeah. He had
Tommy
Snoop,
Davidson.
Tommy Davidson. Yeah,
Everybody on
he had
there.
everybody.
Everybody.
Yep.
David Allen Greer. shit.
David Allen
damn.
Greer. Yeah, he had everybody. He
Bruh
put
Man
all
was
black.
the bull.
Yeah, bro, man was Tracy Morgan.
No, Hustle Man.
No, Hustle Man was
Tracy
Tracy Morgan.
Morgan.
Look how big
Tracy
Tracy
Morgan.
Morgan is.
That's
You know what I mean?
crazy.
Look how big he's gotten. So he put a lot of people on. So that show would be for me. But like you said, a Bronx Tale or The Godfather. Like, you know what I mean? Like family to me is everything.
It's
Like,
big.
I value my family. You know what I mean? I go above and if anybody in my family, if I got it, you can have it. You know what I mean? And that was one thing like Kev and my brother taught me. Like they took care. They was my dad. You know what I mean? Real shit. Like my older brother was my dad. So like they taught me to valuing your family and loving your family and looking after your family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's my show. Far as like, you know, friendships and things like that, you know, you and Kev are more so brothers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, tell me how much like
What's
like,
real friendship
to
to you? And like, how do you measure it?
Me and Kev used to walk to school in the snow, bro. So I don't know, bro. It's like real friendship gotta be like money don't even come up. Money can't even come up, bro. Like when you're thinking about friendship, because it's like we literally like ain't had money to catch the trolley, so we walked to school. You know what I'm saying? We walked to Tilton. He lived on what
48.
48th and
Street.
Woodland. Yeah.
I lived on 55th, so he would walk all the way down Woodland Avenue, meet me on Woodland Ave, then we keep it moving to 65th, and it's like it started from that. When I left Tilton, he was like, "Yo, what school you going to?" I'm like, "I don't know." We both went. They both sent us to Bartram Communications.
Bartram
and the
Communications.
project.
Oh yeah,
that's
but
where
how
I
long
went.
projects?
Dog,
Yeah.
2 weeks in, I'm like, "Kev, I'm out this joint, bro." He like, "Where you going?" I'm going to uni. I already know the coach. You trying to go? He like, "Bro, I gotta get out this joint too." I'm like, "Yo, how they put us in the school in the project?
He
We
just
not from this
disappeared
project."
for like a week.
And you know, I'm coming low down.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Larchwood
like, "Yo,
Project
who
back
ball?
in then
Who
was
ball?"
wild.
Wild.
Yeah.
So I just think friendship, man, I think it's like a genuine, organic type thing. It's nothing that you can kind of like try to get, try to go find somebody that's a good friend. It's just like it happens. and then you just like have a bond, bro, that it's like no age can take you away from it, not no girl, not no money, not no situations. And I just think it's just like, I don't know. I can't even express it. That's how deep it is. I can't even express the words of like a real friendship. Like,
There's like really no words, bro. It's all organic. Like I said, I didn't have he covered that spot. If he lacked in something, I covered that spot. You know what I mean? It's no words. I don't have to be around him every day, everywhere he go. I know I call him. I'm wherever he at, I can be there. That's, you know what I mean?
Right.
I don't even be forcing myself as bro would be telling me, bro, come on, bro.
Come on, yeah.
You gotta do this, take the pick in it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even be on it so much that I be watching my bro movie. Like that's, y'all know that's me. I sit in the back and I'm cool. I got my popcorn. People I love. It's stars.
That's a good one.
I'm watching the movie.
That's a
You
good
feel me?
one.
I'm watching my boy's movie. I'm cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I never wanted to be that. So
Yeah, talking to the mic.
I never wanted to be like, you know what I mean? That I'm cool. My brother that he that,
Yeah.
and that's the only movie I gotta watch, and it's just different, man. I don't gotta be there every day. I don't talk.
Fun to be
him.
your friend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it be just different. People just make these new friendships, and it be like, man, you never even been through nothing with this
Person.
Man, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like literally, I really cried to him, or he really cried to me, or nobody never know that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It don't be. It be just different, man.
Yeah.
People be crazy.
facts.
To me, you gotta look at like it ain't even about like somebody was there from day one.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you could have long years with somebody and then y'all have one falling out and that'd be it.
That'd be it.
You know what I mean? To me, it's more so like I look at Lynn, I look at Feek and Sticks. I look at them as my brothers. Like I invited y'all to my mother house. Nobody don't really come to my mom. Nobody invited me to my mom's house.
Yeah.
But family. So I look at you as family, and I value your opinion. I value your life. You know what I mean? I value your children, everything you have going on, your time, and everything. I look at it like I genuinely love you. You know what I mean? So it's like if you win, I'm winning.
Yeah.
I could stand over here and you be winning, and I'm like in my mind, shit, I'm winning. Like my bro on. You know what I mean? I don't even have to get nothing from it. You know what I mean? And that'd be a whole thing, like even looking from afar for like him, like my bro winning, I'm winning, like my bro on. You know what I mean? Like my bro in life is winning all together. And I'm not even talking about financially. I'm talking about spirit, mentally, physically, you happy. I'm talking about all those things outside of financially.
Facts.
You know what I mean? I'm not even talking about winning in that. I'm talking about winning in life as a whole, because people look at financially as winning, but no, it's more than that. You can have money and don't be happy. And your mental don't be right. And what the fuck you want?
Most people ain't happy they got money.
No. But I'm saying is like me seeing my friends happy in life, whether it's relationship, being a father, the job they got, the career they got, the business they have, I'm happy for them. To me, that's my value in friendship, and they feel the same about me.
Yeah.
And if I'm doing something wrong, they'll check me on it. They doing something wrong, right? That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? If we friends, you gonna check me when I'm doing some bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm going to check you when you on some bullshit. You going to get me right. You going to sit me down. You might curse at me, you know what I mean? Check me, whatever. And I'm fine with that. I take it because I know it's coming from the heart.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So to me, that's real friendship. To me, is like valuing each other time and opinions and mindsets and the differences we have amongst each other. We ain't all the same. And that's what make us friends. Me and Lynn ain't the same. You know what I mean? Like, Lynn tell me stop spending money. Like, bro, I'm cool. I'm going to make it back. You know what I mean? Like, no, I can't. I'll be like, man, we going out. Oh, fuck that. I ain't going out. I ain't got it. I'm like, bro, you got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lynn be like, no, I don't got that shit. Lynn won't come out.
You need the yin and the yang.
He be like, yeah, like, I'm totally different than Lynn. Like, real shit. Like, all of my friends, we different. You know what I mean? Like, shit, Sticks to go fuck up some money. And Lynn be like, I'm glad I wasn't there. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? But he be like, I told y'all not to go. I told y'all not to go. You know what I mean? Lynn is that friend. Like, he's the responsible friend.
Right.
And I value him. I value his opinion, because when I don't listen, what happened? I told you. You know what I mean? So you need that friend. Like, damn, Lynn said I ain't even gonna do it. You know what I mean? So that to me, yeah.
Yeah, and I think for me, like the real friendship, like when you genuine, like you selfless. You know what I'm saying? You got more, like we were just talking about in the car, like having morals and values. Like people don't got that shit nowadays.
Nah.
Like I can't trust nobody to do anything for $1. Like people that be like, oh, it's all about the money over everything.
Nah.
You ain't cool with me.
Nah.
Because the things you'll do for money, I'm not doing. I'm doing
Yeah.
that shit out of love.
Yeah.
And they do you for some money.
Yeah,
Oh,
they'll
for
do
sure.
you for money. The minute that
Yeah.
the shit don't go right,
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. They'll do you for some money or turn on you or steal from you.
Yup.
Real shit.
That's cool.
Yeah, man.
It's like a nigga that walked in the snow with you, like you said. Like he with me forever.
Yeah.
Like I was here
That
before.
can turn
this.
left too.
That could turn left too.
Depending on the ungenuineness from one person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he could be like, yo, I'll do anything for him. But if I did something that's ungenuine or unthorough, then that could be crushed in a minute.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like it got to be 50-50, bro.
Yeah.
It got to be everybody got to be
To me,
100, or
to
it ain't
me,
worth
it's
it.
about respect.
Respect also.
Respect,
yeah.
because you can have, you could love somebody, but respect and loyalty, you ain't never gonna cross that person.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I love you. You love somebody. You know what I mean? But man, niggas love motherfuckers all the time, but do something wrong. But if you respect me, and you got loyalty to me, you'll never cross that line. You'll never want to hurt me.
And I think that is key, and that's what we probably do. We probably even notice it, but that's what, because it's like people talk about arguing. Like I can't really remember a time we really argued. We might have had a disagreement, but never argue. We don't be combative with each other. It's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm
I
not
feel
trying
like
to
that.
outdo his accomplishments.
Yeah.
He said he
Like,
just did something. I'm like, man, well, I got this going on too. It's like that's how dudes be.
Right.
It's like, dog, I done ran through a bunch of friends. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it's like, it'd be one thing. It'd be
Yeah.
one thing that might hit them wrong that
Facts.
go great in your life.
Yeah.
And you said it to them, and they like, they're in a point of their life where things ain't
Going right. Yeah.
And then it kind of like, man, I don't fuck with him. Like, he be hyping shit and did it. It's like, so this how it be, man.
Yeah.
That's why I said, because it been up and down. I've been bro rolling. I could never feel that way. You know what I mean? Be like that was the main goal. We trying to get out the crib.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah. For sure.
Try to get our own cribs. That's it. Take care of our families. You know what I mean? But
You feel like you can teach someone to appreciate you?
No. Nah, that's almost like teaching somebody to love you.
Right.
It's like if they're gonna love you, they're gonna love you. They're gonna appreciate it. It's just
they only
is what it
appreciate
is.
you from your absence, so that you can't teach them if you're not gonna be there.
Got you.
I feel like they're only gonna learn from your absence. You know what I mean? Like, oh damn, man, he was doing that, or she was doing that when they gone. You know what I mean? So, nah.
What about you, Lenzo?
Yeah, you got to take everything away for them to really appreciate it.
Yeah. I look at it as you have to appreciate me from not people not gonna appreciate you from the rip, but if you don't appreciate me in absence, like you said, then you ain't gonna appreciate my presence. You know what I mean? So basically, if you doing things that show me that you don't appreciate me, then I know you don't appreciate me at all. But you can't. All in all, like I don't want to get too far going, but all in all, you can't teach nobody to appreciate you. You know what I mean? Appreciate you as a friend, whatever, a mate. You know what I mean? Whatever the case may be, but you can't teach that. You know what I mean? Like.
Facts.
You can try to teach, depending on what it is, you can try to, like if you got a girlfriend, you could try to teach her to love you in a certain way to what you used to and what appeases you.
Right.
But to appreciate me, no, I can't teach nobody to appreciate me.
Yeah, I don't think
You know what I mean? But I really like I said, bro, like I appreciate you coming on here, man. Like I appreciate Kev, I'm trying to tell y'all, my cousin don't do no interviews.
Well, let me get Kev this question real quick
Go
before
ahead.
we do, right? So, Kev, you know what I'm saying? So, a young boy wrote, he was like, basically, how can I get out this street shit? I never killed nobody, but I definitely shot at the niggas and never spoke on it. I only did this shit because niggas get killed. They killed my homie, and I let my anger and depression get to me. But I stopped doing drugs, and I got a clear head, and I realized this street shit not for me. How can I get out of it?
Separate yourself. Move.
Talking to Mike.
Separate yourself. You know what I mean? People be having that fear of like how just leaving. You have to go. You have to change your whole environment. You know what I'm saying? Change even if the friends around you not on the same time as you, ain't no need for you to be talking to them. That's why that saying is, if you got 9 rich people, you're gonna be the 10th.
Right.
If you got 9 poor people, you're gonna be the 10th.
Right.
So if you still hanging around 9 street niggas, you still a street nigga.
Yeah.
No, you gotta change your friends. You know what I'm saying? I have Caucasian friends, Asian friends, and not even that. I have black friends that just amazing, that want to go to work, that's just great people. You know what I'm saying? They don't know nothing. They don't want to be in those streets. They know it's a waste of time.
Yeah.
That's why it's 2 different men out here. As I asked the young boy that time, to always ask yourself, what man he want to be? You want to be a wise man or a smart man? A wise man learn from other people's mistakes, and a smart man learn from his own. Feel me? So
Yeah, mine would be basically, I can attest to it because I feel like when I came home, I think cause you was still booked when
I had just went to jail.
he had just went to jail when I came home. So like I looked around and it was like, man, like I don't like jail. Like for me, it was like, ain't no pussy in jail. You know what I mean? ain't no pussy in jail. And I was like a young boy. I was a horny young boy. I can attest to it. So I'm like, ain't no pussy in jail. Like I'm running. I'm like, fuck that. I ain't never going back to jail. I beat my case. I was like, niggas around me. I went to jail for 2 years and they was doing the same thing when I went in. Man, I'm done with these dudes. Like you going like, and it was to me. It was like my loyalty to niggas kept me near them, and it was like somebody spoke to me like, man, your loyalty gonna get you killed, cause you ain't got nothing to do with that. Why you involved in it? They involving you because they know you loyal. They know you gonna stay in front line, shoulder to shoulder with them. But it's some bullshit they putting you in. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So change your loyalty to the right one, to the right way. You know what I mean? So it was like. I don't want to be in the streets no more. I'm cool. I went and got a job. I struggled getting a job, going through this, getting that job, and now I'm cool in life. I'm far away from it. Nigga can't come to me and tell me what somebody did to him in the streets. They ain't got nothing to do with me. When you see people who are from my neighborhood and they got something going on, and I see them and I see the people they going through all, but they don't even look my way. They don't even look down. I don't got no problem with nobody. Not a soul. I don't have beef with nobody out here. And that's the life you want to live, man. And you not into it. Don't be a part of it. Don't even put a pinky toe in that motherfucker, because once you put your pinky toe in it, you automatically in, and the people that love you are in it too, because when you die or you go to jail, they in it. Your mom cry, your grandmom, your cousin, your brother, they all involved in it. People don't understand that when you get involved in that stuff, your family is involved in it. No matter how you want to look at it, they gotta bury you. That's real shit. Yeah. They got to bury you. They got to put money on your books. Your kids. You know what I mean? Your kid is fatherless, whether it's your daughter or your son. Your kid mother got to raise their kid by themselves. Like, no, like, don't step a foot in it. Don't even look that way. Yeah. It's okay to get a job. It's okay to go to school. It's okay to get a trade. Mm-hmm.
And you said the main is okay to struggle.
Yes, like it's okay.
That's why
bro, I did it.
For success,
it's struggle. I did it. I tell people all the time.
Struggle a little bit.
For real.
A little bit.
I tell people all the time. My job I have now, I didn't always have this job. I didn't make the money I made. I went through job after job after job. Mm-hmm. And honestly, on some real shit, when I first got like a job, it was because a girl I wanted to marry. She Muslim chick. She was like, "No, you can't be in the street trying to marry me." I was like, "Oh, bet, fuck it." Like, you know what I mean? I liked her a lot. Let me go get a job. I was 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You know what I mean? But then it was like me and her ain't work out. But I was like, no, this shit cool. Like, I go to work, I get paid. You know what I mean? I'm away from everybody. When I hear about people getting ran down on, like getting locked up and stuff, I'm like, I was away. Yeah. You know what I mean? I was at work. I ain't got nothing to do with that. So I was like, let me continue on. But I struggle getting the job I have, but I'm fine. You know what I mean? Like, I'm cool, but I went through my struggle. I dealt with my struggle. I embraced it. You know what I mean? I embraced every moment of it because I have no regrets of whatever I went through in life, whether it's jail, whether it's a low-paying job, whether when I was broke. You know what I mean? When I ain't had no money, I was broke. You know what I mean? I went through it. I embraced it, and I'm grateful for what I have now. So that's my thing to them is that embrace what your struggle is okay. It's gonna make you a greater person, a greater man, a greater woman. It's gonna make you better in life.
And another thing with us, we ain't had Instagram.
No.
So it wasn't really like you couldn't see like how Jay-Z did his day.
Right.
So these young boys, young boys is literally looking at Lil Baby and Dirk all day
long, yeah.
And they don't even think they don't even think that like, and that's just rap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they don't understand is like, yo, your 20s are when you are finding yourself. Your 20s is when you falling on your face. Your 20s is when you're gonna be the most confused. Mm-hmm. Everybody want to be lit at 19.
Yeah.
So that's
drive foreign cars, have a watch, have a chain. How you gonna do that if you ain't go through nothing?
How you gonna get that legally?
Legally,
you know
right.
what I'm saying? So it's kind of like I think Instagram and like just social media in a whole is like that shit is literally like killing the youth off.
Yeah.
People do whatever to hold some money up on the gram, and then you hold some money up, then your cousin they like, damn, he got that money at his crib.
I'm gonna rob him.
Yeah, and it's like people don't even think like that. Though, you know what I'm saying? So when we was 19, 20, we literally had to live life, fall on your face, have an old head, be like, yo, what are you doing, young boy?
Yeah.
You had to really like think all this shit out. Mm-hmm. Now it's quick as a post.
Yep.
It's as quick as a post, bro. Yep. And it's like, it's sad, man. But yeah, I would say, like, you got to figure out what you want to do. And back to what you were saying, like, bro, I been knew I ain't want to go to jail.
Right.
Like, I don't even like being around a lot of niggas outside on the corner on the steps. I ain't like a lot of people on my steps.
Yeah.
So to be
the block you grew up, it was always niggas on the steps.
Bro, I remember that as a kid. I was telling a couple people like, bro,
That's what.
My dad rebuilt the house up there. So
Okay.
the red
Yeah, that's
one
Conestoga
is
crib.
Conestoga.
Yeah. That's the red one
So
is
it's
is the block.
I remember
Yeah.
coming out the house and my mom being mad that everybody was like smoking and drinking on
the
our steps. And we had
right.
to say excuse me to get out our house.
Right.
And I'm like,
That'd be nutty. Then
that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I'm irked off of that. So
Right.
just like having to go eat with everybody and
No, I'm telling you.
jail with
they don't-
everybody. Nah, I'm cool.
they
I've
don't-
been new like bro. I at 10, and then my cousin
Bro.
was getting locked up, and I was kind of like I seen the back side of that.
Mm-hmm.
My grandmom having to go up to the jail. My mom sending money to the jail when she ain't really having. My grandpa not even fucking with my cousin because he went to jail.
Right.
It was just like I seen the backside of it where it was like, damn, your family be kind of like over you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like I ain't never want to have nobody like, damn, he ain't a fucking waste of time. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So that was
For
my
sure.
motivation.
No, man, that shit that is real, but they don't understand it. That when you get, it's free to go to jail.
Fact.
Super
It's free. FREE. It's free. All capital letters. I promise you. But to get out of there, it's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you mentally, physically, and financially. Mentally, the biggest though, but financially,
Yeah.
that some of these kids' family don't have. So don't put yourself in that situation. I really just want kids to realize, like, man, it's so much bigger life outside of North Philly, Southwest,
They gotta
South
get
Philly.
outside the environment,
Yes.
bro. Once
And
they get
seeing
outside.
you and kids being able to come up to you and have a conversation with you, being able to, it's like not just physically touching you, but touch you and have you talk to them
Yeah.
and see that you're not a rapper, but you're inspiring them. You know what I mean? You're inspiring them a whole different way. Like a kid might put a pen down and sketch him like, I ain't know I could do this shit.
Right.
And he might enjoy it. Not like I said, not even enjoying it. It's taking his mind out. So that one sketch, take him further outside of that gun that he picked up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So you know what I mean? Y'all inspiring people. Real estate, cuz you know what I mean? That's you know what I mean? You have real estate, like you have other things that you could teach your kids.
Yeah.
And that was like shout out to my man Cool, man.
Yeah. Shout out to Cool.
Yeah. Shout out to
I was
Cool,
doing
yeah.
so much. Cool said, "You're not buying another car, man. You're buying a house.
Yeah.
Sit down." And we got on this joint, man. I went kind of crazy when I did have some bucks. I
Yeah.
bought three houses. I said, "Damn."
You had a one sitting for 5 years.
Right.
That's probably worth about so much just
I
sitting.
remember Kev
He
bought like
put that-
four cars in one summer one time,
Yeah.
bro. And I was like,
Why you buying so many cars?
he didn't even know what to drive. He was just like, no. I said, where the other car? He's
Right.
like, that joint parked up. I said, huh?
Why
I
you
didn't
buying-
even get it, bro.
Right.
So back to that, like Cool, he got Cool to buy a piece
Right.
of art on me because Cool had all these properties.
Right.
So he like, yo, I want you to meet my man Cool. He got a crazy, he just did a crib up.
Cool
so I
had
meet
the
him.
best houses.
And it's like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? He buys some art. So it's like Kev will always, even when it was like art wasn't his thing,
Mm-hmm.
he knew when he could plug me with people that he knew would appreciate what I did, he did.
Trust me,
and that
bro.
was in the middle of the trap.
We
Like, that was
appreciate.
serious.
We were pulling up on people with sweatshirts out the trunk. I was
Yes,
going to
yeah.
the barber shop to get my hair cut. Yo, man, my bro got sweatshirts.
Yeah.
You know what I
was
mean?
meeting people at R2L. Man.
R2L.
My man, like, yeah, I'm down here now, man. He was lived in Delaware. I'm down here now.
He's
Yep.
trapping art.
They're
man.
trapping art, man. Yeah. Oh, yeah. See if he ain't can paint this film. I'm like, man, listen, I don't know that man price. You gotta talk to that man. See if give me. I ain't no discounts, bro. I'm paying full price. Like, stop asking y'all.
Question: Who's probably the biggest person you probably think with your art? And you was like, damn, my art is in this person's
Bought my
crib.
art?
Yeah. Or place. It can be, you know.
I would say, well, the biggest place I think is the
Wall
not the
Street,
airport.
right?
The airport's crazy, but
you got peace in Wall
yeah,
Street.
Stock Exchange.
Stock
Stock
exchange.
exchange.
The Stock Exchange, and the person that I thought was Floyd Mayweather, and then Elvis Duran.
Elvis Duran.
Because
Right.
I didn't know who Elvis Duran was until he bought my art, and then I found out how big he was. Who? Oh, and Kenya Barris. Kenya Barris. Shout out
Oh
to
shit!
Kenya.
shout out.
Oh yeah! Shout out to him. Damn. Yup. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro. Damn. I forgot. Kenya. Yeah.
Kenya, my guy, and shout out to him. We working on something right now that he got me a crazy opportunity working on a movie with him right now.
Yeah.
Right.
With Eddie Murphy,
Facts.
Jonah Hill, and Laura London.
Okay.
So it should be coming out pretty soon.
That's
Was
what's
your
up,
art
bro.
in what's the Netflix joint that he did? You know, he had like the house and what is it, Black as Fuck?
Black
Any
as
art in
fuck.
that joint?
No, he didn't have me in that one, but I'm in this movie.
Oh, in this
So my
movie?
art is
Okay.
in this movie.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Black as Fuck, that was Knowledge Bennett. Shout out to my man Knowledge.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
Knowledge in that joint. So Knowledge is he from New York, but he LA based.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I was getting to know Kenya around that time, like really good, like 2020, 2019, around that time.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like to see like the people that know you. You know what I mean? That shit like is big.
Definitely
Like not
amazing.
too many people come from where we come from. Like
Yeah.
that don't rap or play ball.
Yeah,
Just think about it, bro.
crazy,
It's just, you know what I mean? Like I sit back and look at it like, you know, like outside of rappers and, you know, entertainers and all those things, like, bro, like you really, you know what I mean? Like you really inspire people. You know what I mean? Like you too, Kev. Like you may not know, but you inspire people. Like, you know what I mean? Like kids
He
who
inspired me.
right, inspire me too.
Shit,
you know
if
what I
I
mean?
had a bum ass homie,
Right.
I'd be thinking about bum ass shit.
Right. You know what I mean?
mean?
But definitely, man, like I said, I appreciate y'all, man. You know what I mean?
Definitely
Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you inviting us here to your studio, man. You know,
day.
just a glance of it. This is just a glance of it. You know what I mean? Just a glance of it. Bro, you know what I mean? Appreciate you. That's all I'm going to say, man. I love y'all, man.
No doubt.
You know what I mean?
Inspiration is
Definitely.
priceless,
Thank
man.
you. You got anything coming up you want to speak on or no?
Yeah, shit. The Netflix series that we got going on. Shout out to Kenya again. I'm doing the art cover and things like that for it. And behind the marketing, he put me even behind the marketing. He like, yo, I want you to be a part of the marketing. I'm like, what?
Okay.
So that I think I got another project with Slam going on, some more basketball. I just came out of nowhere this morning and was like, I'm going to replace the Philly show October. I want to have another show. It's going to probably be in New York though.
Okay.
But I'm planning and I'm getting everything big for the Philly show.
Gotcha.
So in the midst of that, I just want to do something real cool. Oh, in November we flying out to LA. We're doing something with eBay. So they invested in my third toy figure. So we're gonna be doing that too. So if y'all want to come out there, that'd
See?
be cool.
Told you,
I'm letting you
man.
know in November.
Nas,
You know
we
what I
out.
mean?
Nas, we out. I'm telling you now,
It's
Nas.
November. All right, it ain't
November.
next week.
Call Vern, tell Vern we out.
So it's November 18th. So that'll be cool. It's gonna be in Anaheim. If y'all want to go out, we can start looking at all the Airbnbs early.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be real cool. We can do a podcast out there.
Oh yeah, for
You know
sure.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's really
Yeah, we out.
Really
We
about
out.
it.
Sat on the beach there now. That would be beautiful.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be
I seen
crazy,
it. I
right?
seen
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Said it.
We take the office taking the show on the road to
Maybe
LA,
Art
man.
Basel.
Yeah.
Maybe for Art Basel.
No,
plan that.
we you know we come down Art Bars all the time, Art Bars
Right.
all the time. So we definitely that was one of my plans to come down there and do a show because we have people down there, you know what I mean, that live in Miami who always tell us, come down, do a show, come down, do a show. I'm like,
And
all right,
try-
I'll be
and I try
down.
to get some artists to come on too.
Okay.
Oh, dope,
yeah,
man.
for
Thanks.
sure,
That'd
man.
be
Appreciate
dope.
you, man. Like I said, I appreciate you, bro.
Of course, bro.
You know what I mean? Taking y'all time out. You busy. I ain't gonna hold you too long, man. What you about to say?
No,
We usually leave every episode. We usually leave like with a tip, whether it's life, anything, a quote you came across that you want to share, anything. You know what I mean? Anything this week that can inspire somebody or make them think twice about what they about to do. You wanna go, Kev?
I let Kev think real quick.
Okay, like
Me, I put in a lot of my art. It's dream big, love what you do. You know what I'm saying? I always loved art. I never thought it would be my business. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I figured it, for all the kids, it's like try to figure out what you would do what you can do in your sleep.
Mhm.
If you can talk, if you funny, you know what I'm saying? That's comedian. That's podcast. That's writing books. That's
Right.
ebooks. That's all kinds of stuff.
Right.
If you really home in on what you know how to do. I was more of a creator, and I'm like real relatable. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like a creator that can't talk and doesn't know business and things like that. So I homed in on creating things, making it a business, and creating projects outside of my art. So it's not like just paintings. You know what I'm saying? I created a toy. We doing baseball cards,
Right.
basketball cards,
Sneakers.
merch, clothing, sneakers.
yeah,
Painting supercars.
Right.
Like whatever the opportunity is, it's levels to your gift. You know what I'm saying? And it's like once you home in on your gift, it's like then you start getting opportunities, and it's like, oh damn, I can do that. I can do that. I never turned down nothing. Like when somebody said, yo, you want to paint my Ferrari? I didn't say, oh shit, I'm scared. I don't want to mess it up. I'm like, man, I'll kill that shit.
Right.
Where it's at?
right.
Now if I mess up, they respect me enough and respect my gift enough that they don't even know what's a
To
mess
mess
up.
up, right?
So it's like you just gotta really just believe in yourself and just like allow yourself to level up. You know what I mean? But you gotta find what that thing is. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much what my thing is.
You want to go, cuz? Talk to the mic.
Mine will just be I wrote it in my journal and I dropped it to Bert on them like last week ago. I used to write my journal when I was in prison. It's just like, man, become like a servant of knowledge, man. It's like whatever you can, just learn, man. Just learn and soak it up, man. And just piggybacking off what bro said, just become great, man. Because like me, that's why I watch my movie. I get to watch greatness. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Watching bro do what he do, I get to watch greatness.
Front row seat.
Front row seat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's beautiful for me to relax the rest of my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm already I come from nothing, so the ambition already in me. We're gonna always work hard around here. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just gotta stay focused, man. Just become, like I said, a servant of knowledge, man.
Okay, serving the knowledge. That's a good one. Be a servant of knowledge. Mine would always be loyal to those who loyal to you. Don't make it a one-way street, man. You gotta be loyal back.
Fact.
Whether that's friendship, relationship, whatever you got going on, business partners, you know what I mean? Also, value time. Have value, show value on other people's time. That's it. You know, appreciate other people, because just like you have shit going on, everybody else have shit going on. We all got families, we all have things going on. Value other people's time, not just yours.
Yeah, I think I'm a kind of double back on something Kev said, like disappear if you have to. You know what I'm saying? Just to focus on you.
Mm-hmm.
That was like the biggest thing I kind of just took while you was talking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big facts.
That's it, man. Like I said, bro, we appreciate y'all, man, coming on, coming on my platform, man, taking a part of y'all busy day. That's it, man. This Nas clocking out.
This Lynn, I'm clocking out.
You want to clock out?
This KC clocking out.
King Saladeen clocking out. That was a good one.
That was